Hey Joe, how you doing? This is John here. Just kind of going through the strategy that I said I would talk about when we talked on the phone earlier. So what you're looking at in front of you right now is an option risk graph, okay? And basically what I've put in is the position that you have on the books right now. We bought $24 calls for 27 cents and sold 50 460 calls for 9 3/4 cents. I'm not going to get into the roll of all those from 440 to 460 because I don't want to confuse you. So let's just pretend this is the initial position we put on, and I want to go through with you the risks and the rewards of the position going forward here. All right. So first things first, I gotta explain the risk graph you're looking at. This is the x-axis down here where my mouse is going to be. That's going to be. Let me see if I can get a display settings here. All right. The x-axis is price. So as we go up from 420 where we closed today, and you can see this kind of gray vertical line is where price is currently. If we go up in price, we're moving to the right on the graph. If we go down in price, we're moving to the left on the graph. All right. This does not have any of your grain factored in. It's simply just what the hedge account is going to look like based off of where prices go when. All right. So couple of key points. Like I said, it's the total combined position and the theoretical profit and loss of the trade at certain levels. Okay, so as you can see right now at 420, the entire position has us down about $5,000. Okay, so if you look at your account, you'll notice you have like 44,000 and some change in there. That is essentially where we are right now. This black line represents today. So if you woke up Monday morning and were trading up to 460, this position would be down $25,000 relative to the 5 it's down right now. Now your grain would be up a lot more, but just for examples of this, pretend like this is some big spec play and you don't have any grain backing it up. All right. This, as we move out into these lines, as you can see my mouse clicking on them, each line represents a different day of the month or of the year during the trade. This line here represents today, like I said before. This line here represents a month from now. Okay, a month from now being the 3rd of July. So think 4th of July weekend is this next line. All right. So where we are at 420 right now at today, you're down, $5,000, $6,000. Whereas a month from now, if we're just trading 520, you're going to be down, closer to $2,500. All right. So again, today, a month from now, and you just take your mouse and drag it over to the right side of the graph, and then you'll see the P&L for the trade. All right. So like I said, I think it's important to note here is you're selling cash on the way up here. Like, let's say it's 2 months from now, and we're trading early August, and we're up at 450. The hedge will be down what it is today, $5,000. All right, and that's what I like about this is that you can continually sell cash on the way up, and maybe lock in a good price between 420 and 440 if we have a chance. And meanwhile, you're really not losing a ton of dough with me. If you want to stop and not sell anything or kind of sit on grain, this will then operate as a downside hedge as we get later into the trade. And I think it's important to note, like let's say we're up at 460, okay, and it's September. Well, if you don't want to sell your grain and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to sell it yet or if I don't know want to price it yet, this will operate as a downside hedge. So if the market falls to 420 and it takes a month to do it, now it's October 1st, well, you're up $10,000 in the hedge at 420. So now you're up $10,000. We haven't done anything. We're trading 420, the same price we are right now. Today we're down $5,000. 4 months from now we'll be up $15,000 to $12,000. Okay. So ideally, like I said, you're continuing to sell bushels up on the way up here, and you're getting your nice average price somewhere up in the 420, 430, 440 level. Market falls down. I think you're looking at this thing really benefiting you. So ideally, from a hedge perspective, we just stall out around 450, and then you get to keep all of this money. But as you can see, the trade gets really, really aggressive over the last month. This being the 31st of October, this being Thanksgiving Day. So between Halloween and Thanksgiving, if at 450 you're making 25K on Halloween, and on Thanksgiving at 450 you're making 45,000. All right. Now, ideally, I would expect the prices probably settle out somewhere closer to 380. In reality, then you're coming back and not making much money on the hedge. But like I said, that's okay. As the market goes higher, the hedge is going to get more aggressive for us, and that's the key I want you to take away from this. Right now, if the market falls apart, you're not really getting much protection from this position. If you do want protection for the position, I would go in and buy some puts, and that'll protect you, on something like if you went out and bought the $4 put, and I can show you what that would look like here. It's going for 25 cents. You lock that in 20 times on the $4 put. Now the hedge looks a lot different. Now if the market breaks back down from 420 and we're trading down to 380 or 390, now you're really making money in the hedge account. So if something like that would be interesting to you, by all means, I think it's something we should look at. But for now, I think our better play is to be patient. Like I said, I think maybe you can get a little bit more bullish here as we get into the summertime months. Get the 460s up a little bit closer, 10 of them up to maybe 490, and it'll give us a little bit more respite if the market would really rally. Okay, so I hope this made sense. I'm going to include this risk graph as well as the video in the email. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.